Okay. I don't know why I didn't realize 3-2-1 meant you can go after 3-2-1.
It's hard to understand.
It is. It really is. So we're doing a preview podcast. So this is kind of nice. We separated the two podcasts. We can kind of focus more on just one thing than having to cover a million things in one podcast. So that's kind of nice. Do you like that? I like it.
Yeah, it should be okay. It's hard to be able to actually manage to do that
Oh yeah,
more
yeah,
often though.
definitely. That
Sometimes
Wednesday,
can't even do one.
that Wednesday pod was definitely hard to get going,
It
but
was a battle.
it was. But we figured it out. All right, so let's kick it off with one of our first matchups here: the Toronto Flatliners, who are 5-2, taking on Thunder Gun Express, who are 3-4.
Who started hot?
Perry did start hot, and then he cooled off once Cook got hurt, I believe, and then unfortunately lost last week.
Oof. It's tough.
He's also been surviving without Rob Gronkowski for a bit there. He's getting back.
That's
Hopefully,
2 touchdowns right there.
Automatic.
But Mark Ingram in your starting lineup's tough.
Yeah, and he paid a lot for Marky. For Melvin, you
it's
mean?
Worse
Melvin,
that he's traded, I think.
For Melvin Ingram, paid $20.
Melvin Ingram.
So, just looking at the matchup here, do you think Perry has a chance against the juggernaut Toronto Flatliners?
I don't, personally.
Ooh.
Because of having Ingram in your starting lineup, that makes it really hard with Gavin having all his players back, with Najee Harris and Antonio Gibson cleared to go. His team's just too good, and with Aaron Rodgers being mediocre to start the week.
Yeah, you definitely need like a 30
Dalvin Cook would have to
point.
go 40, yeah.
Yeah, it's
it'll be tough.
It's not going to be easy. This might be the week that Mike Williams gets hurt, though, so that might give him a good.
I can't believe it hasn't happened yet. It might be first snap. Pulls a hammy.
First snap, yep, hammy, ankle, everything's going to explode. DK Metcalf, he's not a guaranteed a pretty. Although he did have that one big play last week.
It only takes one catch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Geno Smith's just bad.
Yeah, he looks so good in that game that he filled in when Russell Wilson got hurt, and then since then it's just been all downhill.
Yeah, it's very bad. It's
unfortunate. Yeah, I think Perry just doesn't have enough guys who can be explosive enough to kind of win him a week, outside of Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
Like Tyler Boyd, I love the guy, but he's really kind of fallen into, like, he's definitely the third wide receiver on that team right now, and he gets forgotten in a lot of games.
I don't think he usually starts him. He usually starts Jacoby Myers, but for some reason that guy cannot score a touchdown.
Oh yeah, look at that. He did start. Oh, Jacoby Myers is supposed to get more points this week too. I do like hopefully Rob Gronkowski plays, obviously. Chase Claypool should see an uptick. Because this will be the first week that they're playing without Juju, right?
Yep. And we know he's capable of having big weeks.
Right? Last year, didn't he have like 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns? Like, didn't he go insane?
Maybe Ben Roethlisberger will look a little better than he has. He's looked like he's done pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So he really have a resurgence to make any of the receivers really important, because it's usually just checkdowns to Najee now. Now that he knows he has that little safety net.
Najee Harris has become a really, really consistent running back.
Who's unfortunately on Gavin's
team. Since week 1, Najee Harris had 5.4 week 1, and then since then, like last 4 weeks, he's got 21.2, 18.1, 21.2, 21 point. Like he's like 21 points every week.
He catches like at least 8 passes a week, it seems like.
Yeah, he's very, very involved. And then you got Antonio Gibson has been kind of the disappointment for Gavin, but any week now he could explode. Kyle Pitts is rounding into form now.
Yeah, he looks as advertised now.
He's a superstar.
He looks so good. Yeah,
it's pretty ridiculous. Like the thing that just, oh my god, it kills me is Gavin's bench is just loaded as well. Like he's got Michael Pittman sitting there. He could just toss him in if he wants.
Tony was supposed to start. Who's the 2 times he's played had a heavy role. He's scored a lot of points.
Mm-hmm. And even T.Y. Hilton might be making a comeback.
Wait, Nick Chubb's on his bench too?
Whoa, wait a second here.
Jesus.
What? And it says here yesterday, Nick Chubb was a full participant in Friday's practice.
Okay, so he's gonna slot in, right?
Oh my! So who comes out?
Gibson, I guess.
Yeah, Antonio Gibson's the odd man out, probably. Oh
That's
my
a tough
god!
call.
Yeah, his team is stacked. It is not fair. Holy crap! All right, so your prediction is Thunder Gun Express is going to take down. Sorry,
Unfortunately,
Toronto
my pick
Flatliners
is
is going to
Toronto
take down.
Flatliners, despite Perry tomorrow.
Oh, jeez. Well,
Hopefully, I'm wrong.
yeah. Hopefully, especially with Perry hanging out with you, eh? That's
Yeah,
Does Perry sit back and watch football on Sundays? Typically, I doubt that he does. He doesn't feel like.
find out.
Let us know.
I'll get the
Fire
inside
up.
scoop.
Give us the inside scoop. Let me know what's going on with Perry on Sundays, because I don't know. I doubt that he does that. Anyways, we'll move on to let's do the Shiitake Spew. Let's see what they're up to. They're taking on Rogueville, both 2-5. So this is a big
Both need
week
to
for them.
win.
They both really need to win if they want to sniff the playoffs. What do you think of these two? Oh my God! Look at the projection.
It's gonna be very tight
It says 50-50 chance right now. That's kind of cool.
because I do feel like it's a Tyreek Hill week.
Ooh, wait, is
He's
it?
been due.
It's
He's
every
playing
other
the
or
Giants,
every third week, right?
Yeah, he's playing the Giants, who
Oh.
are struggling a bit despite their secondary looking good last year. They look very bad. They were better last game, actually, I guess. But Tyreek, I feel like a big Tyreek game's coming.
This is probably the last week that Chuba Hubbard is useful. I think.
Probably.
I think CMC's coming back pretty darn soon.
He's supposed to, yeah.
So this is a big week for Shiitake. They need this win. Wow, look at Rogueville's tight end. I've never even heard of him.
I guess that's Dawson Knox replacement in Buffalo.
Oh my God. Okay, look at his stats. Tommy Sweeney from the
It's a
Buffalo
great name.
Bills.
It's a top tier name.
The last 2 weeks, he has 1 target, 1 reception, 1 yard, and
That's
then he
what
had
you call
one
consistency.
touchdown.
But no,
What
but
the
even
hell?
up 2 targets, 2 receptions, 2 yards.
So he's got 4 targets, 4 receptions, 4 receiving yards. This guy is a glitch. Oh my God, I love
the
it.
best thing I've ever seen.
I guess the difference maker for Rogueville for this week was definitely Austin Eckler. I saw some tweet or something that Austin Eckler, his way of announcing he's going to be playing is that he posted a picture of his fantasy football lineup and he's in the lineup.
No
he's on
way.
the roster, so it's like, oh,
That's
he's probably
so
playing.
funny.
Yeah, he's starting Austin Eckler, so I can see
I guess he's in.
Yeah, that's how you can be confident that he's actually playing because he wouldn't. Number one priority for him is his fantasy lineup, right? Obviously,
Exactly,
so.
yeah. But yeah, I think
Anyways.
this should be a really close matchup. It's gonna will Russell Gage score again? Who knows? I think that might be the deciding factor in that game.
Yeah, and
If Gage is useful, yeah.
Rogueville picked up your Carson Wentz, eh?
He did.
So he traded Carson Wentz and then picked him right back up. Is that what happened?
Because Lamar's on bye.
That is fascinating. Another
He's playing
interesting little factoid here is that Shiitake Spew is riding the hot Mark Gesicki. It's Mark, right?
He has been very hot.
It's Mike.
Mike
It's fucking
Gesicki.
Mike. God damn it. I can't get first names right these days.
Oh, and he's not starting his boy, Jefferson.
No, there's some
Oh,
interesting
man.
changes going on here. I don't know. Maybe he'll be a Sunday morning tinkerer, but
Ooh.
he is doing some weird things. Mike's not starting Mike Davis makes sense, but Van the
Definitely.
Man, I thought he's the man. Like
Starting
who's he
Darius
starting?
Slayton, though.
Oh, what do you think of that? At Monday night should be a high scoring game.
I know Galladay's out. I'm not sure if Shepard's playing. I think everyone else is playing, so I like Slayton more when there was less options, but with Tony back too, who knows? We've never seen them all in the offense together.
Well, maybe
so it's hard
he'll
to
listen.
really know their roles.
Maybe he'll listen, and like he's veering away from his double tight end lineup too, which I don't think it was working for him anyway.
He started Robert Tonyan, over Mike Gesicki.
Yeah, he actually looked all right until his
And then you tore his
knee
ACL
exploded.
or whatever, yeah. It's unfortunate.
So your prediction. Who do you think's going to win this?
I think Shane's got it this
Rogueville.
week.
You think it's going to be tight, eh? You think it's going to come down
Very
to
tight.
Monday night? He's going to be hoping. Oh, he's going to have to watch Tyreek Hill on Monday night, though. That's scary.
Yeah, it's not going to be good. If he's within
It could
40, he
be.
has a chance.
It could be a backdoor cover for the Shiitake Spew. All right, so Rogueval. Sorry, Shiitake. It's the losing ways may continue for you. Okay, we'll move on to Lil Sebastian taking on Total Immortal. Lil Sebastian sitting at 4-3, which I think they've been the most unlucky team. They've got a
Yep.
great team. They've like the top guys at all the primary positions.
Yeah, and one of the biggest
And
prizes on the year on DeAndre Swift. Been
yeah,
excellent.
yeah.
But
And
Andrew did have a good start to his week with Aaron Jones putting up 20.5 on Thursday night.
yep,
It's a big start, especially when you're playing Derrick Henry. You got to have your RB1 show up, and it's a great start for him.
although the fantasy footballers would be disappointed in his Christian Kirk start at flex. Usually, you don't want to have your flexes playing on a Thursday night. You know, you want that
Should put him up there,
flexibility.
put Mooney there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One little strategy I like here is it's looking like Lil Sebastian's going with the double tight end, and look at who they are. Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert. They used to both be Philly boys. Now they're not. Now it actually makes sense to have them both started.
Top tier tight ends.
Yeah, Goddard he could become a superstar. That guy, he looks good when he gets the opportunity.
Looks
that's
great
for sure. So what do you think about this matchup? Who do you think? Obviously, Total Mortal gets the good start with Aaron Jones.
Yeah, this is another close
thinking?
game. It's going to come down to see if Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes again, because they both have an underperforming receiver in the lineup with Brandon Ayuk and Mooney, so you never know. Maybe one of those guys finally hit, right? But I think it's a very tight matchup again, but I feel like Patrick Mahomes is going to be Patrick Mahomes this week. So I feel like Total Moral is going to take it in a very tight matchup.
Wow, so you think he's going to have like a huge game, eh? Like,
do you?
If you look at his last couple of weeks, actually this whole year has been very bizarre. Like the amount of interceptions is crazy. He's got 9 interceptions in the last 6 weeks.
Yeah, it can't keep happening. He's too good.
And like he has so many pass attempts every game, and he's got so many yards. You're right. Like he's gonna have one of the best terms, positive regression, and he's gonna put up probably 30 points at a minimum.
Easy, I think.
And you're a Giants fan, and you still think that they're gonna get torched, eh?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a really high scoring game.
I think Daniel Jones. Do you think White? Wait, what is it? White Vanilla Vic?
Vanilla Vic.
Vanilla Vic. Do you think he's gonna take off? He's gonna have a nice little jaunt, 100-yard jaunt for a touchdown, maybe.
He might trip on the way there, but he's going for at least 70-yard run.
He is kind of top heavy, isn't he, or something? I don't know. It's weird.
That KC defense is pretty bad, though.
I feel like looking at Lil Sebastian here, I feel like he has a similar kind of thing going on here with Brandon Ayuk. You know how I start Allen Robinson every week and he disappoints me every week?
Yeah.
Brandon Ayuk is basically his Allen Robinson. He hopes for it. This is going to be the week that he becomes that guy, and he just has not been it. I don't know if he should start him, to be honest.
There's not much better options.
You're right. I guess he has to.
Gavin's got the whole depth of the league, so.
That's actually okay. So considering how good Riley's been, his wide receiver core is looking a little bit questionable.
Doesn't matter when you got Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, he's like 2 wide receivers in one, eh? He's been
been
unbelievable. So what is your prediction? Who do you think is going to win this week?
Total Immortal. I believe I said that already.
You did already say that, didn't you? Sorry, I didn't realize. Yeah, you said that because of Patty Mahomes. You said Patrick Mahomes is going to be Patrick Mahomes, which you'd hope Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes, right? Like it's kind of stating the obvious.
Like he's looking like Jameis Winston.
Oh God, the New Orleans offense is tough to watch, eh? Oh my God. All right, that's also looking at Total Immortals lineup. Stephon, like I need to get him his jersey. We had plans to meet up at one point, and it fell through. I'm sorry, Andrew. Your jersey will get to you. I should have just mailed it to you in the first place, but
should have shipped his house.
I
from,
should have.
the place
I
you ordered
really
it
should
from.
have. I don't know why. I think it's because he moved recently. I didn't know if I had the right address. I could have asked him, but
No,
scared. So
definitely don't ask that.
I'm holding his jersey hostage. It's kind of more fun this way, Like it forces him to have to see me at some point, right? Forced friendship.
That's the way to do it.
All right, so Total Mortal is going to beat Lil Sebastian, unfortunately, according to Kyle, which would make him 4-4. I think he would be the best. He'd have the highest points for a 4-4 team. That's for sure.
Easily.
All right, we'll move on to Wally World versus Way She Goes. They're both sitting at 4-3 in their divisions. They both
Very good
kind of
team.
being just below the top tier, I'd say. But they both have great teams. It looks like Way She Goes is starting Joe Burrow. I'm already regretting dropping him. My god.
I wanted.
I should have done the Kyle's
I
technique.
wanted to pick him up. That was my plan.
I should have traded Kyler Murray to Matt Winner and gotten some nice piece back. Although
There's still time.
I don't really love his team. Don't tell him. I
Whoa.
miss Joe Burrow. I know, right? Anyways, what's your prediction here, or what are you liking? Who do you like? What do you see?
I like
here?
Wally World's team more. I like both their teams, but
are there any matchups?
I feel like Courtland Sutton's might be a problem now with Jerry Jeudy back. I feel like Teddy Bridgewater doesn't complete a lot of passes. Like, doesn't spread the ball, so it's hard to feed multiple receivers. Maybe Jerry Jeudy's eased into the offense, but I feel like his role is going to be limited.
That makes sense.
And like having Wally has Kamara, his team's just very good.
Do you think Kamara? Do you think Kamara against the Bucks could be concerning though? Just because
maybe,
the Bucks
but like didn't Myles
to...
Gaskin succeed against Tampa because of the passing?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
receiving Kamara is a very, very good receiver. So
yeah, that's a good point. So it might not really impact him the way it impacts most running backs.
But Way She Goes has the big advantage at tight end.
He hasn't,
obviously. But again, I think Patty Mahomes is going to be very good.
So outside of the first 2 weeks, Travis Kelce has not performed like the second round value that I think he was kept at. Yeah, he was kept as a second rounder.
I completely agree with that.
And he looked a little bit hurt in the last game, and then also the last game they looked, well, I guess the whole team kind of looked off, but they don't look in sync. Him and Mahomes.
Completely agree. No one really looks in sync with Mahomes right now, though. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah, Tyreek Hill hasn't had as huge. Well, actually, he has had a good year, regardless. I would say that
I like both teams' running back situations. I love both of them. Cordell Patterson's been incredible. Jonathan Taylor and Damian Harris, both so good. Things could be another really close game, but I think Wally's going to win. That's my prediction.
Ooh, Wally World, eh? Do you think Tyler Lockett will do anything? Like since Geno Smith has taken over, he has been useless.
I think he's going to score this week.
Ooh.
DK got his last week, and this week's going to be a Tyler Lockett week. Because he only throws one touchdown a week.
On one long play, and that's it, eh? That's it. Yeah, that is how it kind of appears right now. Do you think Keenan Allen is going to be... Do you think he's going to improve? He's been pretty quiet. Like, I noticed that you traded him, and maybe it was a pretty smart trade on your part.
I think like we said Mike Williams is going to get hurt tomorrow on the first play of the game, so I feel like...
That will kind of decide
if that's the thing, then Keenan Allen will be an absolute beast. But the Patriots secondary has been pretty good, even without Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah. They just seem to be one of the best. Well, it's obvious, one of the best, well-coached teams, right? So... All right. Well, sorry, Winter. Kyle has predicted that Dave is going to take you down, and I could see that happening. It looks...
There's going to be a lot of close matchups this week.
Actually, in looking it over here, do you think Winter might be regretting not starting Chase Edmonds? Edmonds, 14.4 points. That's pretty good for him.
Yeah, probably, because Darrell Williams is the other option, I guess, but I guess he gets most of the carries, so it was a tough call. I probably actually would have leaned Darrell Williams.
And Damian Harris is turning a corner for the Patriots.
Oh, he's good.
He has 100 yards in both of the last 2 games, and also 1 touchdown, 2 like he's turning it around. So
yeah,
he's becoming a bit of a stud. Yeah, you know what, Winter, your team is turning the corner here, man. I'm getting a little nervous.
I
I
feel like
feel
you
like
just
my
said you don't
team.
like his team, though. I don't. This is a contradiction.
I did say that. I was a little bit gutless. I think it's. I don't love his wide receivers. I think, and that was what I was trying
No,
to
you
look to
just don't
trade
like. Oh
for.
yeah, Robbie Anderson and Martin. Martin Jones has been pretty bad.
I don't
Well,
love
it's just the
his.
Jaguars have been bad. That's actually all it
I
is.
do like his. You know what? I think I've tried to trade for Damien. Like I've queued up trades for Damian Harris, and then I've canceled them without actually
Yeah,
sending them.
I did too. A few weeks before he got good.
Like yeah. Anyways, all right. We'll move on to who we've got. Oh,
Zeke
let's
and
look at.
destroy. Nope.
Oh, yes. Let's do me. Let's
Zeke
do
and
me.
destroy
Okay,
versus
so
the Magic School Bus, who's also desperate for a win.
yeah, and he comes in. Bryce comes in the matchup 2-5. I'm sitting at 6-1, and I don't know.
Mhm.
Without Kyle Murray and DeAndre Hopkins producing
Yeah, it was
much,
a tough start of the week to you.
I'm in
Start of the week
trouble.
for you,
I'm in trouble.
especially because he got Randall Cobb to get 15 points on 15 yards.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow, that's incredible, right? He is Aaron Rodgers' boy. They're best friends, Mr. Cobb and Rodgers. But yeah, looking at Bryce's team, like he has a lot of he's got a lot of interesting names, like guys who
Yeah,
you don't. I don't know if you feel great about, but they might actually really produce
high
this
upside, but you
week.
don't feel
This
good. Yeah,
might be
you just
the
don't feel
week
good.
they produce, and the only
Yeah,
week, like
Devonta
Gainwell, for
Smith.
instance.
Yeah,
This could be the week for him, just because.
even Herbert too with Montgomery coming back.
Yeah, good point. Like this might be the last week he's valuable, so I might be matched up with Bryce like in the worst week possible, maybe.
Very much might be, and I think for that I might choose Bryce to beat you this week, just based on Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins being ordinary, or less than that. Kyler
Yeah,
struggled.
it's the only thing that I gotta say that I feel a little bit better about is that Eli Mitchell looked like the starting running back for San Fran this past week.
Sure, but San Fran doesn't mean he might be a late scratch out of nowhere.
Oh
Who
my
knows with that
god,
team?
it's true.
I don't actually think that'll happen, but I could.
You never
There's a
know.
chance you just you only get 5 carries today. It's okay.
You
We're
know
gonna give
what?
the ball to Jamal Hasty today or whatever.
Yeah, this is the first week that I'm not gonna start Allen Robinson, which
Oh
I
yeah,
think.
I know what that means.
What does that mean?
Big game for Allen Robinson, obviously.
Either that or I just don't win, and for whatever reason his like 5 points a week is what gets me wins. I don't know.
That'd be exciting.
um but yeah, I keep saying it. I'm a little bit nervous about my team right now.
I think you're due for a loss.
I am
You
definitely
snuck
due
out
for
some
a
wins
lot.
the last few weeks.
Yeah,
I think this is the week.
it's
Bryce needs the
getting
win to keep his season alive.
it feels inevitable. Like Jamar
Yeah,
Chase is not going to put up 200 yards again.
300 maybe. No,
And like I don't know. The other guy, okay, just looking at my lineup, the other guy who's just been driving me nuts is TJ Hawkinson. Like he's fine, but I keep expecting more from him and he just keeps not doing it, and it's driving me a little bit bonkers.
that's just what happens when you're taking Detroit Lion.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good
Most of the
point.
time, well, I guess except for DeAndre Swift, who's
So
just a beast.
who do you think is gonna kind of bump Bryce over the top and get him the win this week to beat me?
Justin Herbert.
Yeah, you think that he's
I
gonna
think he's gonna have
torch
a
New
huge game
England's?
after the I think off a bye week, I believe. Yeah, in his last game, he was pretty bad. He struggled against Baltimore, so I feel like he's gonna be looking for a big game.
That's true. Yeah, up until that game against Baltimore, he'd been on fire. So
Yeah, and any of his receivers have the big play. Like both, CeeDee Lamb takes one throw, puts up 10 points. I feel like he gets a lot of deep throws,
yeah,
and he's just super involved in that offense. But I think Michael Gallup might be back this week, if not
I
next
think
week.
you're right. No, I think you're right. Yeah, after the bye week. Yeah,
So who knows? They haven't played much together. It's gonna be close, but I think just based on DeAndre and Kyler Murray is why I'm leaning Bryce, and because he got the nice start from Randall Cobb.
The other kind of interesting thing about Bryce's team is that he does have some issues right now. If
Oh
you look
yeah,
at his bench, He's
Oh
got
yeah.
Devontae Adams. Obviously, he was out with COVID or whatever.
Miles Sanders.
Josh Jacobs is on bye. Miles Sanders on the IR. Like, he's fighting it. So if he beats me this week, which he is favored to beat me right now, that's a gigantic win for him. Holy
It
crap.
is.
Wow.
So I really like what I've seen from Herbert.
Yeah. He looks like an absolute stud. He's got the entire makeup of what the top 5 QB needs, you know? He's got that poise in the pocket. Like, he'll get a lot of pressure will be coming at him, and it doesn't seem to phase him at all, which is pretty interesting. All right, so we'll move on. So, Bryce, you're going to beat me. That sucks. Oh, well. I'll survive. We'll move on to Action Jackson taking on Finkel's Einhorn. This is the last matchup we got, I think. Yeah, it
Last
is.
one.
Wow, this feels quick. It's sitting at wow. So you're at 2-5 right now. Steve's at 3-4. And right now the projection is 50-50 after your Arizona 1-point defense.
Brutal. That's with him having James Robinson on his bench, though, which I'm very confident he will change tomorrow. So he will be favored to win.
Sony Michel will be taken out most likely.
Most likely.
So, how you feeling? Looking at the two lineups here.
Depends what version of Matt Ryan shows up for him.
And now Carolina's defense, which was considered like a powerhouse early on, is being exposed. Do you think Matt Ryan can do the same? I guess it is in Atlanta.
Stephon Gilmore is starting for the Panthers today for the first time.
Okay.
Because that's where he ended up. And I think he's playing tomorrow and starting. So that could help them.
Yeah.
He's an excellent cornerback.
So that might create some difficult. Like you got to think Calvin Ridley is gonna explode at some point, right?
Yeah, you would assume so. He's been very mediocre.
Mm-hmm.
After your dad kept him really early, was I think a second or third round pick, which is where he should have been, but
third round, yeah,
just hasn't lived up to expectations.
No, unfortunately not. But yeah, I guess maybe I should have a little more input on this matchup because you're involved.
I'm a little biased, yeah.
The first thing I notice is just looking at both of your benches. You've both got some things that you're fighting. So obviously you still have Saquon Barkley who's out. Smooth routes, Kenny Golladay sitting like he's out right now, which he's been a disappointment, unfortunately for you.
Mm-hmm.
He had that 116-yard week, but outside of that, it's been
and he was on my bench that
great.
1 week.
You made that big trade for Kareem Hunt. You're waiting for him to kind of come back, obviously.
Just awful.
David Johnson was a sneaky little addition by you, which he could be useful. You never know.
He has the potential to get a lot more snaps.
Exactly. And then looking at Steve's bench, he obviously has CMC still sitting there, and then Mike Thomas is his other kind of hopeful treat later in the year. So both your benches are, they've got pieces that are going to help you later on. So I just find that interesting. Like a lot of teams, this is where the management aspect really comes in, where you got to find ways to buy yourself some wins. Yeah. So you got like Devontae Booker, which he's been pretty serviceable for you.
That's the thing. I'm glad he's like Saquon's just not playing, because if Saquon was in, I'd be inclined to start him, even though he's probably going to be limited on snaps.
True.
So at least this way, I know Booker gets all the carries pretty much when Saquon's not there. There's not much other running happening other than Daniel Jones.
So it's kind of like the floor is a bit higher for that running back position. Yeah, that makes sense. Jerry Jeudy comes back for you. That's really
what I'm excited about.
You're gonna watch that game, aren't you?
Oh yeah,
that'll be fun. Myles Gaskin is kind of turning a corner, which is really exciting.
It's just unfortunate he's playing Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo's been really good.
But no Malcolm Brown there now, so he also should get more touches.
Good point. That's a very good point. Yeah, Malcolm Brown, I saw some waiver wire articles saying you got to pick up Ahmed or whatever. I'm not picking up Salvin Ahmed or whatever?
Something
no way.
That, yeah.
Screw that.
He's going to score 20 points this week.
Yeah. Yeah, Steve has he's got a sneaky team, I would say. I like Deebo Samuel a lot, and he seems to be the one consistent piece with the San Fran offense.
Yeah, it's been incredible.
Michael Carter's turned a corner. He's looking really good lately. He's becoming the number one guy for the Jets, which is
Cincinnati D's been very good though.
Cincinnati D.
They've been good.
Oh, sorry, that's because that's who they're
They're
against. Oh my
playing, yeah.
god, I was like looking. I'm like, wait, he doesn't have. Broke my brain for a second there. Yeah, that is true. They've been very, very solid. A lot better at stopping the run, which is nice. The one guy that I like a lot is Chris Godwin, and I know it's tough because the Bucks, it seems to be two guys are useful, and the one guy kind of falls into the shadows. But Chris Godwin could be concerning for you, and also Robert Woods has been better since the beginning of the year. So
Yeah, they're both very good players. The other weapons have been getting more of the looks this season, but I think Antonio Brown's out again, so that opens up a lot of opportunity. And Mike Evans had his week last week, so maybe
it's
it's
the
a Chris
Chris
Godwin
Godwin
week.
show.
Cooper Kupp
Yep.
always has his week, so Robert Woods just has to find a way to get his targets.
Exactly.
He's a very good receiver.
100%.
Just got a great team.
They are looking like Super Bowl contenders again. So yeah, just looking at the teams, my prediction would be that you're going to win, man. I think that you've turned a corner, which I've said now I think 3 times about things. Turn a corner. I gotta use different phrases.
Got to turn the corner, bud.
Gotta turn that corner. Turn the corner. Don't go straight. AJ Brown is going to be a difference maker for you down the stretch here.
Hopefully.
I like your team, man, and I think getting Jerry Jeudy back could be huge. That could be gigantic, and like you still have pieces waiting for you, obviously, on your bench. So I think this is the week, another good week for you. Indy defense is good, but I think that the fact that it's a divisional matchup, I think it could end up being a shootout a little bit between the Titans and the Colts.
I hope so. That's what I'm banking on.
It's a must win for the Titans because they started off pretty cold, right? So
very cold.
No, I think you're going to take down Steve. Sorry, Steve. It's just not going to happen for you. It's not in the cards. Anyway, I guess that's all the matchups. Holy crap!
That's it, bud.
Wow.
Power
so
through.
we're just surpassing the midweek. The midweek, the middle of the season. So this is week 8. There's 14 weeks, so still a long way to go. So anyone who's got a losing record, you can definitely turn it around and things could get better.
Just got to battle.
Exactly. You just got to grind. Sometimes things don't look so great. You just got to grind it out. Maybe we do need more trades. I will say that. I'm surprised that, like, I guess, is everyone content with their team? Like, what is going on?
It does seem that way. People are just more hesitant.
Like, as I said in a previous podcast, I made our benches a bit larger just so that there aren't as many guys available on the waiver wire, which would kind of force you to make trades, but it's just not happening. I don't know. Hopefully I can't complain because I've always been conservative and scared to trade. Like, I'm not much of a guy who trades, but I don't know. It's exciting. We need some of that material for the podcast.
Definitely. I can't be the only one out here making trades.
Yeah,
I'll do it again, though.
You're the only one who has balls, apparently, because that was ballsy. Hey, it's true.
Just shake it up.
That was a scary trade, but it's looking okay for you. Anyways, that was fun. A nice little Saturday night treat. I think I got to go give my dog some meds now.
It is about that time.
Yeah, can't wait. Anyways, that was fun. Good luck, everybody. I hope you enjoy the podcast, and good luck.
Bye.